Hi everybody, it's Kayjay from Metro Hobbies, and today we're taking a look at the Starry Night, very specifically the LEGO Ideas 21333 Vincent Van Gogh The Starry Night. So, with paintbrush in one hand and telescope in the other, let's take a look. Okay, so in front of me I have the LEGO Ideas set 21333. It is made up of 2,316 pieces, and this is a LEGO set that you haven't seen before. This is not LEGO art dots. This is not a build creation in your normal 3D sense. They have taken a very famous painting, The Starry Night by Vincent Van Gogh, which is located in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. It is actually a collaborative work. It was done by Truman Cheng. He's on the LEGO Ideas platform. He was voted in and LEGO reviewed it. They accepted it. And then usually what they do is they take that idea and they revamp it. What they've done this time is not a hell of a lot of revamping. So Truman actually did an incredible job, and LEGO very much didn't have to do very much at all. They did work with the Museum of Modern Art to make sure that they did get some things right. So I will point out that the relief and the build itself is very much true to the original design that Truman came up with. And LEGO, what they have done is that they've transcend that a little bit more because LEGO have graphic designers, and they've added the moon pieces and the star pieces to really highlight the turbulent, the swirling pattern that Vincent Van Gogh created with his paintbrush. And they've added a frame which elevates it more to an art piece rather than just your display that you have on your bookshelf. But it can be either, of course. So they've also included Vincent Van Gogh at the front, and this piece can actually be taken out. There is another spot for him. But that piece is actually what helps put that so it stands. So if I didn't have that, I totally would fall over. While we're talking about the minifigure, I will like to point out to you that Vincent Van Gogh has actually been printed. The minifigure print on this is very much done in the same vein as a Vincent Van Gogh painting. So we all know that he's famous for doing a self-portrait. And this is done in the same style, or brushstroke style, that Vincent Van Gogh done himself. So you've got the beautiful little prints there. You've also got his paintbrush and the palette. They've included his color pattern for the Starry Night. So they haven't just done a generic palette. Everything in there is very exclusive to this set. It's a beautiful job. They've done a print of the Starry Night on the set as if he's painting it himself. So it's a very meta where you've got a painting of the Starry Night and we've got a Vincent Van Gogh looking as if he's painting it. Now, there's something that I would like to highlight because I have an appreciation for physics, is that the original painting of Vincent Van Gogh, the swirling patterns that he created around the stars, actually perfectly or statistically match the patterns that are found in the turbulence of the molecular gases that create stars. So what that means to a layman is that it's mathematically predictable that the pattern around stars that give birth to them matches the patterns that Vincent Van Gogh himself created. It's a bit of a happy coincidence because of course you can't see that with the naked eye. What impresses me is that the LEGO designer has actually taken that and still managed to reproduce that in LEGO to get that effect that swirls around the Starry Night is so famous for, and why it sort of has that effect on us. It's perfect. So it is very much like painting with bricks. It's not color by numbers, it's not LEGO by numbers. It really feels like painting with bricks when you put this thing together. Speaking as both an oil painter, a LEGO builder, and an appreciator of physics, I can say this is probably one of the most perfect LEGO sets that they've actually put together. I'm really glad that they've put it together the way they've done. So that they've actually kept it true to the original fan design's envision, and that they've captured the Vincent Van Gogh Starry Night. What I would like to add to this is that I didn't think it needed any more. And it doesn't necessarily need any more. But then I heard that my bricks were doing a light set. And I was surprised because it didn't occur to me that of course you put lights behind stars, but they did. And I've installed the lighting set. And now Light My Bricks don't just put lights to sets, not just let's light it up. It's very much that they care to make the LEGO piece then pop. And so they've been very thoughtful with where they've placed the lights. So they have got some spotlights to highlight the front or the relief of the little town. They have a light inside the cathedral and a light inside the little town as if it's emanating from the town. But what I particularly appreciate is how they've lit up the stars and the swirls that are inside at the back. And what they've done is they've included one by one stud pieces of various colors. So blank white, a trans blue, and a trans orange. And if you look closely at the lights, the light effect is diffused and slight different color temperature, where it actually gives that sort of warm, starry feel and adds to it. It makes it even really feel more like you're looking at a starry night. And I think that Vincent Van Gogh himself would be incredibly happy with this. And so that is LEGO set 21333, Vincent Van Gogh's Starry Night. It is a perfect gift for an art enthusiast, potentially a physics enthusiast, and certainly any LEGO enthusiast. You can find it on our online store at metrohobbies.com.au, or please come in and see us. We have a store in CBD, we have a store in Box Hill. I'm happy to talk to you. The light set and the LEGO set are going to be available. And remember, if you can imagine it, you can build it.